Howdy, I'm Ian. When I got CPPS, I wondered, why is this happening to me? Is it my fault? I've gotten lots of emails from guys blaming themselves for lots of different reasons. Having beaten CPPS, I can tell you with certainty that getting it is not your fault. CPPS is a symptom of modern life. So today, I'm going to talk about why I think that is, and a few ways you can adapt your life to fight it. First off, if you want to know what causes CPPS, I recommend you check out my video, How to Cure CPPS. In that video, I talk about how anxiety and lack of movement are the two major contributors to CPPS. So, anxiety. Why are we more anxious? Up until COVID-19, we lived in the most prosperous era in known history. On the whole, we've got more technology, more resources, more money, and more food than ever before. And yet, the pressure is constant. There are dozens of major contributors. Some might affect you more than others. So I'm going to focus on the ones I know contributed to my symptoms. The first contributor is the illusion of control. We think science has provided an answer for everything. I was trying to control everything, and paradoxically, that was part of the problem. The second problem is loneliness. Now, I have a wife, and that's a massive blessing as she's my best friend. But one big lesson I've gained from marriage is that men need other men, and women need other women. When I stopped training martial arts, I lost a lot of my contact with other men. It was a regular thing, it was a good thing, they were men of character, and then that loneliness set in, and the stress directly contributed to me getting CPPS. Now, I still hang out with a few friends regularly, and we play pickleball, but if I don't get to see them, say every 2 weeks, I start to get pretty grumpy. Technology is the third factor that I am sure contributes to CPPS. Technology is constantly forcing people to adapt to new information, whether it's for their job or it's more marketing noise. And social media is perhaps the biggest contributor, with ads always in your face and everybody's posts trying to steal your attention. On-demand culture like Netflix and Amazon Prime means people learn to expect to get pleasure right away. As a consequence, our relationships suffer. It's a lot easier to get a dopamine hit from watching a Netflix show than going to visit a family member or a friend. The list goes on about technology, but it's not hard to see that life was simpler and probably happier as recently as the 1990s. The final feature of modern life that contributes to CPPS is that most of us don't move around much. We sit in the car, we sit at the office, and we sit when we get home. Compare that with having to hunt your own food or walk out to the fields and harvest crops, or simply walk several miles to get to work. As a result, our muscles adapt to sitting, but the whole of our body isn't meant for that. Now, what to do about it? Let me qualify this and say that I don't lead a perfect life. In fact, I lead a very stressful, disrupted life. But I do have some suggestions that have helped me so far. The first thing you need is a tribe, maybe more than one tribe. The first tribe should share your values. Maybe that's a church. Another tribe should be based on doing something you love together, like a hobby or a sport. And a third tribe might be for connecting you with thinkers and professionals that think like you. You'll probably have to try several of them before you find somewhere that you really click. The second thing is to put your health over your job. If you drive a truck or sit at a desk, take those walking breaks. And if they're asking you to lean in and put in 60+ hours per day to be part of the team, let them ride that ship into hell. There are times to break your back. Making somebody else's dreams come true is not one of them. If you have your health, you can make more money. It doesn't always work the other way around. And if your job is destroying your relationship with your wife or kids, grow some balls and get rid of it. Jobs come and go. The next tip is to turn off your news feed. The news has no end game. It has no positive call to action. It has one thing in mind only, and that's to hook you and keep you there while they show you advertisements. Sometimes watching news commentary that you agree with helps you feel like you're not alone and kind of reduces your stress. But a lot of the time, just learning about all that stuff just pisses you off. Next one, get off Facebook and other social media. Social media earns money the same way as the news. It's designed to be addictive. And in 2020, big tech has figured out the biggest addiction is to anger. So given CPPS is partly caused by anxiety, it makes a hell of a lot of sense to get the hell away from social media. Your cortisol levels will drop and you'll feel better. All right, next one. In lieu of the chaos of modern life, the next recommendation I'd have is learn some techniques that help you organize your day and focus your mind. I'm actually kind of bad at this, but here are a few that help me. When you're at work, do one task until it's complete. Also, don't make my mistake and overplan your days. One big project per day is ideal, as your brain can only hold so many variables. Don't leave multiple tabs open in your browser, just have the few that you need. And this is a hard one for me. I'd say don't listen to music or even YouTube videos while you work. I love to just get absorbed in some sweet YouTube video and then I've just lost 40 minutes. The next tip, get outdoors and move around a lot. Set some goals, like being able to do 20 pull-ups to give yourself a reason to move. No, I can't do 20 pull-ups yet. I'm getting there. And if you feel stiff just getting out there, try a dynamic stretching warm-up. I'll link some of my favorites below. They can work wonders. All right, my final bit of advice is to find your God-given purpose and go after it even just one step a day. I mean, don't sacrifice your relationships or soul to become the greatest beer brewer of all time. Personally, I want to write great stories that inspire people to lead better lives. And even making content like this video is more rewarding than any job I've ever had, even ones that paid a lot of money. So what's your fire? Why don't you let me know in the comments? If you need help treating CPPS, my whole method is free at curecpps.com. And if you want to support me and my family, get the ebook or other swag using the links below. Thanks for watching, and remember, CPPS is not your fault, and if you keep fighting, you will beat it.